So I wanted to go over this problem. I see it a lot on social media, whether it be Facebook or Instagram. A lot of the times it was on Facebook, and it's basically this problem that they set up certain lines of equations and they say, what is this missing number down here? And you have to understand what the other variables are equal to get that one. So this is a common linear algebra problem, actually. So you'll learn this in probably your first year of university if you're a math student, or just a general science student if you have to take linear algebra. Without those tools, I mean, you can solve it pretty easily, but like I'm going to put it in a form where you're going to see it a lot of the times in linear algebra, because a lot of the times people will just take guesses as to what the A's and O's and B's will equal to. In this case, I'm going to call the A's apples, I'm going to call the O's oranges, and I'm going to call the B's bananas. And then I'm going to subsequently label them A, O, and B as X, Y, and Z going to the next bracket. Okay, so we have our matrix all laid out here, or I guess our rows of linear equations. And then we know that our X's, Y's, and Z's are equal to the following. So our apples were X, our oranges were Y, and our bananas were Z. So let's go line by line and solve for each variable if we can. Based on the first one, I believe we can. But yeah, we're going to start going row by row, hopefully getting all the variables, which will help us solve this last line here for the missing number. So let's start with the top one. We have 3x's is equal to 30. So let's just write that here. So we have 3x equals 30. Well, what is x in this case? Just divide the 3. So we say x is equal to 10. And then we want to hold on to that value because, like we were saying here, we need it for that final equation step to get that question mark value. So let's just box that there. So let's go to the next line. So we say that we have a y plus an x plus a y equals 18. Let's combine the two y's and then write that in an equation form. So basically we're going to say that 2y plus x equals 18. Well, as we can see here, we solved that x is 10. So now we can just sub that in pretty easy. And then you just want to subtract 10 from both sides. 2y is equal to 8. And then we just say y is equal to 4. And like we did with the x, we're just going to circle that and save it for after. So now we just have one more line to deal with. Y minus z is equal to 2. So let's write that one out here. Y minus z equals 2. Well, what did we say y was? It's 4. So we can sub in 4 here. And then all you have to do is move the z to this side, the 2 to this side. And simply put, we have 4 minus 2 is equal to z. And furthermore, we have that z is equal to 2 because 4 minus 2 is 2. So we're going to circle that as well. Perfect. So now if you look at our final step here, we say that we have all three variables now. We have our x, which was 10, we have our z, which is 2, and our y, which is 4. So let's sub that all in and get our final step here. So we can say that x plus z minus y is equal to question mark. We have 10, which is x, plus 2, which is z, minus 4, which is y, is equal to, well, if this is 12 and this is 4, then that means our missing number was 8. And so we can actually confirm this by plugging any of our variables' values into their previous equations. So let's just go step by step and confirm that all. So let's just go back to the original one. So we had 3x is equal to 30. So when we write that out down here, we're going to say that 3x is equal to 30. Well, what was x from our equation? We found that x was 10. So now we have 3, 10, which is equal to 30. Check mark. We got step 1. Let's go to our next one. Y plus x plus y equals 18. AKA, we have 2y plus x is equal to 18. Well, y was 4 plus x, which was 10, equal to 18. Well, 2 times 4 is 8, plus 10 is 18, so check mark, we got that one too. Now we just want to do the final solution. So y minus z equals 2. Well, clearly, because y minus z equal to 2, y was 4, z was 2, which is equal to 2, check mark, because 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. So fairly simple. We've taken this layout here, originally written as apples, oranges, and bananas, rewrote it with variables, and then just went line by line and solved.